Man, I tell you, we live in a crazy world. And this is something that has been going on for a long time, dog. But nobody wants to talk about it, it seems. Now, it's funny because if you're on X, guys, you already know. You already know that there's now the rise of the far right. It's not just the far left anymore that's batshit crazy. The far right are now, I don't know what's the word for it. They're energized. They became more active just recently, and they're talking about getting rid of a bunch of people that they just don't like in blanket statements, and they're saying, "Oh, get rid of all the minorities. Oh, all blacks are criminals. It doesn't matter if they have clean records. Get rid of them all. Segregation is the only way." Crazy shit like this, and then we ignore everything else. You know, for example, we look at women. I look at women, and I know that there's a lot of women that aren't good people, but do you throw them all away? Absolutely not. We know that 3 out of 4 women, just about, they vote left leaning. They're left leaning. Just by default, they're left leaning. They're empathetic. They are the caring of the two sexes, so they say, right? But we don't give up on them. We know that marriage, I think only 18% at this point of marriages are successful. I don't know the exact number. Exact number. I forgot exactly what it was, or was it a certain amount of time? But we know that it is a very low number. We know that I think it's 80 something percent, 86% or some crazy shit like that of women are the ones who go for the divorce because they think that the grass is greener on the other side. And yet, I still do believe in marriage. I'm not going to throw away the female race, you know. But I have been saying it for the longest time. Women are predators. Not all of them, but they're more likely to be predators than men. And this has been proven. This has been proven. It's just that when the stories come out 3, 4, 5 times in a week about how some woman is having sex with their student or whatever like this, it gets scooted under the goddamn rug. It's not viewed the same in the media. It's not viewed the same in society. Let's get into it. A Florida nurse caught by husband having sex with her 15-year-old stepson loses medical license, report. A Florida nurse was allegedly caught by her husband having sex with his 15-year-old son following weeks of reported seduction and has now lost her medical license, according to a report. Alexis Vaughn Yates, 35, had her single state nursing license revoked last week as she awaits criminal trial for last July's alleged statutory rape of the minor who was visiting his father in Ocala, Florida. I guess that's Florida, for summer vacation. Law and Crime reported. All right. I guess we'll just take a picture of this. Another one. Nurses are placed in a position of trust, the Florida Department of Health said in an order, according to the outlet. Therefore, it is imperative that they demonstrate good judgment and good moral character. Mr. Yates' decision to engage in sexual activity with a minor child and or her decision to engage in oral and penetrative sex indicates that she lacks the good judgment and moral character necessary to be a registered nurse. The statement on April 25th suspension read. Now, here's the deal. I know this is a thing that actually happens because I remember when I was working as a home health aide for the little bit of time that I was doing it, I got into a fight with somebody. They started the fight. I finished the fight. Didn't even matter. I got put to bookings. I got out. And when I tried to report in for work, no, I didn't even get the chance to. No, no. I was told to come into the office, the main headquarters of my job, and I thought that it was something, I was getting another assignment or something. And they was like, you can't work until you clear this up and you're not guilty of it, or something crazy like that. And for the next half a year or so, I had to sit there and keep coming up to this court. And the person who that they were doing this for, he never ever even showed up. Wasted my time, wasted everybody's time. Even the judge was like, you know what, I'm done. He was like, this person, he even said it. From everything that was said, You're not guilty of whatever the hell it is. We already saw your past record. You never had any brushes with the law except for one time, which is that's sealed. So whatever. But you never had any brushes with the law. This is not your character. You were defending yourself. Even the statements from the individuals that witnessed it, you was defending yourself, and the person's not mentally fit. I don't even understand why this went on as long as it did. But I was not able to work until until I was able to clear that up. So yeah, and you know what? I actually think that people who have histories of doing stuff like this, they should not be allowed to work under regular circumstances, which is crazy. It's actually crazy to me when you got all of these illegals that have jobs. How do you have jobs when you have no history? Or even the ones who commit crimes, somehow they manage to get jobs. How? Anyway, continuing. On the night of July 26, 2024, Yates put her two children to bed and then hung out with her 15-year-old stepson on the living room couch. The pair reportedly hit a THC vape, played video games, and watched movies, while his lineman father was working late, according to Marion County arrest affidavit. Ah, so she was even playing games, huh? All right. At around 1 a.m., Yates flipped on a horror movie, Terrorizer 2, then further tempted the minor, declaring the movie was boring. Boy, is Terrorizer 2 on Netflix? What is Terrorizer 2? I've never heard of that. I mean, I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't know anyway. Terrorizer 2. No, no, not the Terrorizer, bro. Dog. Is it Terrifier? Terrorizer. What? It sounds like a Netflix movie, dog. Oh, it's a 2020 film. Terrorizer 2 is a sick. I mean, it got an 87 on Rotten Tomatoes. Let me see. Yeah, it's on Netflix. No, it's not on Netflix. It is on Peacock though. Anyway, so she turned on the boring movie and she wanted to play. Okay. Declaring the movie was boring and stating how horny she was because she had not had sex in 2 weeks. And she was on her period, the victim told cops. The pair then cuddled closer, with the 15-year-old first kissing Yates on the neck and the pair proceeding to make out, with Yates allegedly saying, "I wish you were 18 because you're not old enough," according to the affidavit. Gates then kicked her. Gates then kicked off her panties, and the pair engaged in oral sex and intercourse without a condom, according to the affidavit. The unsuspecting father and husband came home from his blue-collar job to discover his wife and son on the couch, completely naked. The 15-year-old ran out of the house, but allegedly heard Gates explain the child victim looked like his father. Wait, hold up. Sorry. The 15-year-old ran out of the house, but allegedly heard Yates explain the child victim looked like his father when he was younger, the affidavit claimed. The father then drove his son to his grandfather. I'm sorry. Oh, what? Am I getting sick though? The father then drove his son to his grandparents' house, telling the boy he ruined his life while drinking beer on the drive over, according to the affidavit. Hold on. How did he ruin your life? You're his dad. How did he ruin your life? If anything, he probably showed you that the woman that you cared about wasn't worth it. What do you mean he ruined your son's life? What do you mean he ruined your life? This is a terrible event to go down, and I know you mad. Then again, imagine the drive over to the grandparents' house. You guys ever seen that meme of the guy who's driving and like he's about to run something over, and it's like something that you don't like like one of the bicyclers that's always on the road doing crazy shit in the middle of the road, like they think that they own the road. So you got a bear in one hand, and then you see the hand on the steering wheel, and it's the most veiny. Like this person is all in. Prior to this, I'm sorry. Uh, Telling the boy he ruined his life while drinking beer on the drive over, according to the affidavit. Prior to the alleged sex assault, Yates allegedly engaged in several acts of seduction and overt flirtation towards the minor. "I bet everyone thought you was my little boy," Yates allegedly said to her stepson as the pair finished the workout in the gym she belonged to. On another occasion, Yates allegedly made a show of making whipped cream and then some. Oh, wow. So okay. On another occasion, Gates allegedly made a show of making whipped cream and then put some on her tongue and stuck it out at a minor. Oh, you like that? She said solicitously towards according to the affidavit. Boy, boy, she got a. Is that a dragonfly? I've never seen what a dragonfly actually looks like. It's crazy. The 15-year-old also told cops in the week leading up to the alleged sexual encounter, Yates would regularly speak to him about being horny. Yeah, she was. I mean, it's not. You know what it is? Maybe you guys think that I don't really care. I mean, generally, yeah, guys view sex with younger men versus sex with younger women as not that big of a deal. Some guys even say they wish that it was them. I know right from wrong, you know. And as a person who, you know, shit happened to me as well when I was much younger with a much older woman. Yeah, I get it. The thing is, I just want you guys to know that this does happen. This absolutely does happen, you know? And I don't think that this is, you know, when you have the people that are on Twitter and they say, oh, black people are all murderers and they going around stabbing people if you say something mean, and then a black person will sit there and say, well, you guys are all about the pedophilia. I don't think that this is a race thing. I don't think it's a race thing, you know, because the woman who did what they did to me when I was much younger, she wasn't black. She was not Spanish either. She was straight up white. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think all white people are fucking pedophiles and rapists and shit like that. But here we are. But I do know one thing: a lot of these things that these women do, they get put on a record, but they don't get spoken about like other things. If this was a man that did this, absolutely, this would be a bigger story. Uh, Here we go. The day after the incident, Yate got the girl to call the boy, saying she wished they kept having sex. Oh, damn! Hold up. She does not give two fucks. The day after the incident, Yates had the gall to call the boy, saying she wished they kept having sex and that her husband had not discovered, the affidavit claimed. She also asked the 15-year-old to rate her sexual performance, to which he replied 7 out of 10, the affidavit read. A concerned family member reported the incident to police after the boy's father neglected to call cops, according to the affidavit. Oh wow! So the dad didn't even call. I mean, probably out of being embarrassed. I don't know. Wow, wow. Yeah, this happens a lot though. Like y'all be thinking, yeah, man. Listen, man. Mm-mm. A concerned family member reported the incident to police after the boy's father neglected to call cops, according to the affidavit. Yates was arrested in November, according to Ocala News. Yates is charged with felony, lewd, and lasciviousness. I don't know how to say that. Luscious. I don't. Battery with a victim aged 12 to 6. She has pleaded not guilty. Well, she guilty. She real guilty. That's a dirty girl right there. Where the comments at? I know there got to be comments about this. Stop playing. Stop playing. There's no comments? None? Get out of here. There's no comments on this. Okay, sure. Again, get swept right under the rug. Nobody got nothing to say? Sure. Sure. Okay. Right. Anyway, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys next time.